Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine. And in the last class we studied about the whole numbers, natural numbers, their predecessors and successors, how to find comparison of whole numbers and some basic introduction of this whole numbers we have studied in the previous class. Now in this class we study about the properties of whole numbers. So what is the necessity of studying the properties of whole numbers? When we solve some calculations using the basic arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, we use these properties to make our calculations simpler and easy way. So now we will discuss in detail about the properties of whole numbers under four arithmetic operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So what we get when we add two whole numbers? The first property is addition of two whole numbers or multiplication of two whole numbers, subtraction of two whole numbers and division of two whole numbers. What type of number we get when we add two whole numbers, or when we subtract two whole numbers, or when we multiply two whole numbers? Similarly, when we divide two whole numbers, what kind of numbers we get? That property comes under the first one, that is closure property. Closure property. So what closure property says that let A and B are two whole numbers. Let A and B are two whole numbers. Then A plus B is also a whole number. A plus B is also a whole number. You see here, 7 plus 2. 7 plus 2 is equals to 9. Let 7 and 2 both are whole numbers. Sum of 7 and 2, we got the sum is 9. 9 is also a whole number. Similarly, 5 plus 4. 5 and 4 both are whole numbers. Their sum is equals to 9 and 9 is also a whole number. 3 plus 5 is equals to 8. 3 and 5 both are whole numbers and we got 8. Their sum 8 is also a whole number. From this what we can conclude? Sum of two whole numbers is always a whole number. Sum of two whole numbers is always a whole number. Then what we can write from this statement, that is the first property is closure property. Closure property. Closure property under addition we are studying now. This is under addition. Closure property under addition. So what we can conclude from this? Let A, B are two whole numbers. Two whole numbers. Then two whole numbers. Then A plus B is also a whole number. Is also a whole number. Is also a whole number. This property is known as closure property, and we can say that whole number satisfies closure property under addition. Under addition. This is for addition. For addition. What about subtraction? What about subtraction? So under subtraction, whether this whole number satisfies this property or not, we will discuss. See, 7 minus 2. 7 and 2 both are what? Whole numbers. 7 minus 2 it is 5. We got a whole number. Whereas 2 minus 7. 2 and 7 both are what? 2 and 7 both are whole numbers. The difference of 2 and 7, that is 2 minus 7, is not a whole number. Why? Because 7 is greater than 2. We'll get a negative number. We'll get a negative number. That concept we will study in the integers. So 2 minus 7 is not a whole number. It is not a whole number. Am I right or wrong? 2 minus 7 we get it is minus 5 we get, and which is not a whole number. So from this what we can say that closure property is not satisfied by the whole numbers under subtraction. Why it is not satisfied? 2 minus 7, though 2 and 7 are whole numbers, but their difference is not a whole number. Their difference is not a whole number. We get a negative number. The difference is a negative number. Negative numbers are not included in the whole numbers concept. Therefore, subtraction is not satisfied by the whole numbers. Closure property. Therefore, closure property whole numbers under subtraction. By whole numbers it is not satisfied. Subtraction under subtraction, closure property is not satisfied by the whole number. Why it is not satisfied? Because the difference of two whole numbers is not always a whole number. It is not always a whole number. Now we will discuss for multiplication. So what about multiplication? Multiplication of two whole numbers. Multiplication of two whole numbers, what we get? Whether we get a whole number or not a whole number, we discuss. 2 into 7, 2 and 7 both are not whole numbers. 2 into 7, 2 sevens are 14. 14 is a whole number. 3 into 2, 3 twos are 6. 6 is also a whole number. Then 4 into 2, 4 twos are 8. 8 is also a whole number. So we are getting all whole numbers only we are getting here. So from this what we can conclude? The product of two whole numbers is a whole number. The product of two whole numbers is a whole number, and this property is satisfied. So what statement we can write for here? It is let a comma b are two whole numbers, then a into b is also a whole number. So from this we can conclude that the whole number satisfies closure property under multiplication. Now we study about division. What about division? So division of two whole numbers, what we get? Division of two whole numbers. 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 we get 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. That is 2. 2 is a whole number. In this case we got whole number. What about 2 divided by 4? 2 divided by 4 means 2 by 4. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. 1 by 2 we got. But this 1 by 2 is not a whole number. 1 by 2 is a whole number. It is not a whole number. It means that the division of two whole numbers will not be always a whole number. Therefore, what we can conclude? Closure property is not satisfied by closure property is not satisfied by whole numbers under division. Under division, the closure property is not satisfied. What is the basic statement for closure property? Let a comma b are two whole numbers, then a plus b is a whole number. Let a and b are two whole numbers, then a into b is also a whole number. Let a and b are two whole numbers, then a minus b also should be a whole number, but it is not satisfied. Therefore, closure property is not satisfied by whole numbers. Similarly, for division, we won't get the whole numbers when we divide two whole numbers. Therefore, under subtraction and division, the closure property is not satisfied. But for addition and multiplication, that is, sum of two whole numbers and product of two whole numbers is always a whole number. This property is closure property. Now we will discuss the other property, commutative property. So what commutative property says that the fundamental statement of commutative property. Let a and b are two whole numbers, then a plus b is equals to b plus a. That is, irrespective of the order of adding the two whole numbers, we get the sums are same. Their sum is same. For subtraction, it should be a minus b, it should be equals to b minus a, but it is not satisfied. We can explain with some example. And multiplication also, a into b is equals to b into a. We will discuss in detail. So what commutative property? Addition of two whole numbers. 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. You change their order, that is 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2, change the order, 2 plus 4 and change the order 4 plus 2. What we get? 4 plus 2 is equals to 6. From these two, what we can say? 2 plus 4 is 6. 4 plus 2 is equals to 6. and then 1 plus 7 is equals to 8. 7 plus 1 is equals to 8. If you add two whole numbers in any order, irrespective of the order, their sum is same. Their sum is same. That's why 2 plus 4 is equal to 6 and 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So this property is known as commutative property under addition. Commutative property under addition. If you take any two whole numbers, you add in any order, always we get the same sum. Hence, this property is satisfied by whole numbers under addition. So, what is the statement for commutative property under addition? Let A, B are two whole numbers. Then A plus B is equals to B plus A. A plus B is equals to B plus A. An example, one more example. 4 plus 2 is equals to 2 plus 4. 4 plus 2 it is 6. 2 plus 4 it is 6. By interchanging the order of the numbers, we get the same sum. Therefore, commutative property is satisfied by whole numbers under addition. Now, what about subtraction? So let us take two whole numbers 4 and 2. 4 minus 2 is equals to 2. 4 minus 2 is equals to 2. Then what about by interchanging these two numbers? 2 minus 4 is not equals to 2. It is not equals to, it is equal to some other number. Hence, by subtracting two whole numbers in any order, are we getting the same difference? No. Hence, this property is not satisfied by the whole numbers under subtraction. 4 minus 2 is not equals to 2 minus 4. Hence, commutative property is not satisfied by whole numbers under subtraction. That is, A minus B is not equals to B minus A. Here it is A plus B is equals to B plus C, and here it is A minus B is not equals to B minus A. It means that commutative property is not satisfied by whole numbers under subtraction. If you subtract two whole numbers in any order, we will not get the same difference. Now, what about multiplication? So, the product of two whole numbers in any order, that is 2 into 3 is equals to 6. 3 into 2, 6. By interchanging the order 2 into 3, that is 3 into 2. In both the orders, in both the ways, we got the same product 6 and 6. 2 into 3, that is equals to 3 into 2, which is equals to 6. This property is known as commutative property under multiplication. So let A and B are two whole numbers. Then A into B is equals to B into A. Then A into B is equals to B into A. This property is satisfied by whole numbers under multiplication. So what is this property? It is commutative property. Now under division we will check. 6 divided by 3 will get 6 divided by 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. When we divide 6 with 3, we will get quotient 2. Similarly, interchange the numbers. 3 divided by 6. 3 divided by 6, that is 3 by 6, will get 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. 1 by 2 will get the quotient. Are these two quotients are equal? No, not at all. 2 is not equals to 1 by 2. That is 6 divided by 3 is not equals to 3 divided by 6. That is A divided by B is not equals to B divided by A. Hence, commutative property is not satisfied by whole numbers under division. Why it is not satisfied? Because when we change the order of the whole numbers under division and under subtraction, we are not getting same quotient and same difference respectively. Hence, the commutative property is not satisfied under subtraction and division. What about under addition and multiplication? Under addition, we are getting the same sum irrespective of their order. That is 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Similarly, 2 into 3 it is 6. 3 into 2 it is 6. Irrespective of the order, if you add or if you multiply any two whole numbers, we get the same sum and we get the same product respectively for addition and multiplication. So this property, that is commutative property, is satisfied by whole numbers under addition and multiplication, but not under subtraction and division. Now we will discuss the other property, it is associative property. Now we discuss associative property. So far in the commutative property and closure property, we have considered two whole numbers a and b. Here we will consider three whole numbers. Three whole numbers. Let a, comma b, comma c are three whole numbers. Then by adding these three whole numbers in different orders, that is a plus b whole plus c is equal to a plus whole b plus c is equal, both their sums are equal under addition, and we will check for subtraction as well as multiplication and division. So you see some examples you see here for addition. Under addition we will see addition. See, let 2 plus 3 plus 4. 2 plus 3 plus 4. You see here we are taking three whole numbers. Let 2, 3 and 4 are three whole numbers. We are adding 2 plus whole 3 plus 4. Apply the Bodmas rule. First we should add inside the bracket. By adding these two numbers 3 plus 4, what we get the sum? 7. That is 2 plus 7 is equals to 9 we got. 2 plus 7 is equals to 9. Similarly, you interchange this, that is 2 plus 3 whole plus 4. Same whole numbers I considered 2, 3 and 4. Now I am adding 2 and 3. To this sum I am adding 4. To this sum I am adding 4. Here what? 2 is added to the sum of 3 and 4. 2 is added to sum of 3 and 4. Here 4 is added to sum of 2 and 3. By using the concept of Bodmas rule. So 2 plus 3 is equals to what? 5 plus 4. 5 plus 4 is equals to 9. So in both the cases, that is 2 plus whole 3 plus 4 and 2 plus 3 whole plus 4, in both the cases we got the same sum. This property is known as associative property under addition. You take one more example. So 4 plus 5 plus 3. One more example. 4 plus 5 plus 3. That is 4 plus 5 plus 3 is 8. 4 plus 8 is equals to 12. Then 4 plus 5 whole, bracket says whole, plus 3. Now add inside the bracket. 4 plus 5 it is 9. 9 plus 3 it is 12. We got the same sum. This property is known as what? This property is known as associative property under addition. It's a statement. Let a, comma b and c are three whole numbers. Three whole numbers. Then a plus whole b plus c is equals to a plus b whole b plus c. So what we can say, let a, b and c are three whole numbers, then the sum of a plus whole b plus c is equals to a plus b whole plus c. This property is known as associative property and it is satisfied by whole numbers under addition. Now what about subtraction? We will discuss subtraction. The subtraction. So what we get under subtraction? Let, so you take these three whole numbers. 7 minus 5 minus 2. 7 minus 5 minus 2. So what we get by simplifying this? First you need to subtract 5 and 2. 5 minus 2, what we get? 5 minus 2 is 3. Therefore it is 7 minus 3. That is equals to 7 minus 3. We will get 4. Then what about this? 7 minus 5 whole minus 2. 7 minus 5 whole minus 2. Subtract 7 and 5. 7 minus 5 is equals to what? 2. And here it is minus. 2 minus 2 is equals to 0. Or we got the same difference in both the, though we have taken the same whole number 7, 5 and 2, in different ways we did. Do we got the same difference? No. In the first case we got 4 as its difference, and in the second case we got 0 as its difference. Their differences are not equal. Therefore 7 minus 5 minus 2 is not equals to 7 minus 5 whole numbers under subtraction. It is not satisfied. Hence, associative property is not satisfied by whole numbers, is not satisfied by whole numbers under subtraction. Why it is not satisfied? Because the differences are not equal. But under addition it is satisfied. Here it is not satisfied. Therefore we can say that therefore what we can say, A minus whole B minus C is not equals to A minus B whole minus C. It is not equal. Both are not equal. Hence this property is not satisfied by whole numbers under subtraction. Now we will discuss under multiplication. Now associative property under multiplication we will see. So take an example for multiplication. Let three numbers 2 into 4, 3 into 4, that is equals to, first simplify inside the bracket by using the BODMAS rule. 3 into 4, 3 4s are 12, that is 2 into 3 into 4, 3 4s are 12, that is 2 into 12, 12 2s are 24 by using the commutative property. So now similarly, that is 2 into 3 whole into 4. We considered in both the orders the same numbers, 2 3 4, 2 3 4, 3 whole numbers. Now simplify inside 2 and 3. So 2 into 3 is equals to what we get, 6 into 4. 6 4s are 24. So in both the cases we got the same product. Like this, if we take n number of examples also, we get the same product, like irrespective of their order. If you multiply 3 whole numbers, we get 3 or more also, we get what? The same product only. So hence associative property is satisfied by whole numbers under multiplication. So what is the statement here? It is let A, B and C are 3 whole numbers, then irrespective of their order, that is A into whole, B into C, that is equals to A into B whole into C. So this is the statement of closure property under multiplication. Let A, B and C are 3 whole numbers, then A into whole B into C is equals to A into B whole into C. Their products are equal. So from this what we can write, that is therefore 2 into whole 3 into 4, that is equals to 2 into 3 whole into 4. Their products are equal. So this property is known as associative property under multiplication, and it is satisfied by the whole numbers for any 3 whole numbers. It is satisfied for any 3 whole numbers. Hence associative property is satisfied by whole numbers under multiplication. It is satisfied. Now next, what about division? So under division we will discuss with an example. So division. Let the 3 whole numbers 6 divided by what it is, 3 divided by 1. 3 divided by 1. So here 6, 3 and 1 are 3 whole numbers. So first you simplify this. That is equals to 6 divided by 3 divided by 1. When we divide 3 with 1, what we get the quotient? 3. Now when we divide 6 with 3, that is 6 by 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. 2 we got here as the quotient. Next we will check whether we get the same quotient or not. So 6 divided by 3 whole divided by 1, that is equals to 6 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3 we get what it is? 2. 2 divided by 1 is equals to 2. In both the cases we got the same quotient. So with this example you cannot conclude that whole numbers will satisfy associative property and division. Let us take one more example, like 8 divided by 8 divided by whole divided by 6 divided by 2. Then what we get is 8 divided by 6 divided by 2 is equals to, we get 3. Then 8 divided by 3 we get 8 by 3 only as the quotient. Similarly 8 divided by 6 is divided with what? 2. So first we will divide 8 with 6, we get what it is? 8 by 6 is divided by 2. Now we are dividing a fraction. This is a number with 2. How we will divide? Use the concept by using what? The reciprocal of 2. What is the reciprocal of 2? It is 1 by 2. Multiply this with 8 by 6 is multiplied with the reciprocal of 2. Reciprocal of 2 it is 1 by 2. Now multiply the numerators. 8 into 1 8. 6 into 2 it is 6 2s are 12. Now 4 2s are 8. 4 3s are 12. We got 2 by 3. Are 2 by 3 and 8 by 3 are they equal? Here both are equal, and here 8 by 3 and 2 by 3. Though we have taken same three whole numbers 8, 6 and 2, 8, 6 and 2, but we got here different quotients. Different quotients. So from this what we can say? So from this what we can conclude? Hence associative property is not satisfied by whole numbers under division. Why it is not satisfied? Because in both the ways we are getting different quotients. Therefore we can write it as A divided by whole B divided by C is not equals to A divided by B whole divided by C. So it is not satisfied. Hence the associative property is not satisfied under division, but it is satisfied under only two arithmetic operations, that is addition and multiplication, but under subtraction and division it is not satisfied. So this associative property is not satisfied. So far we have studied three properties: closure property, commutative property and associative property. If you observe these three properties are satisfied by whole numbers only under addition and multiplication, but not under subtraction and division. So in this class we studied three properties: closure property, associative property and commutative property under addition, multiplication, subtraction and division. So, and in the next class we will study distributive property and one more property, it is identity property. Now you make a note, make a table and write the properties of whole numbers for these three properties: associative property, commutative property and closure property in your notebook. This is your homework. Thank you and I hope you understand.